And so I kind of have this reputation of kind of a fire than aim.
I am the one that gets to put the hammer down.
I have a sense that I can sleep at night knowing she's in charge of the numbers. Because I'll think I know things, she actually knows things.
I am a reserve officer and a chaplain for our local police department. Sometimes makes me the naysayer, so I'm not super popular with my family, especially my husband, who is the visionary, who has these great ideas. I'm like, oh, I'm all behind you, honey, except what's it going to cost?
Is anything ever a challenge for our father? He's a yes man. He's going to get it done. It's just a matter of how it gets done.
Well, to be honest, it's an old building. You know, it's 67 years old.
Yeah, so unfortunately we had another main break.
This church was going to be closed. And the church came to me that was meeting here and said, would you be willing as a pastor in Lakeville to help take over this church and renovate it and help bring it back to its former glory, if you will. And that's how I kind of got started. Two hats, and so that's what's great. I have my pastor hat where I walk in and go, well, where would I preach? And then I start thinking architectural. I look at HVAC and I think of bathrooms and plumbing.
Oh, look, that's solid. We'll have to start in the end.
We don't really know the cost, we know approximations, and then of course as we get into it, this is breaking down, this needs work, this needs to be redone or demolished.
He's a very adventurous individual and tackles some pretty difficult projects.
It's Minnesota, and it's about 25 degrees outside and probably about 40 degrees here inside.
And then our kids have just kind of learned that these adventures are natural and normal in our family, and so they take it with stride.
Just kind of want to get your feel for it, and how's it look?
Oh my.
And they're very respectful kids, they're very intelligent kids, and so I'm just extremely blessed with a family that supports these kind of ideas.
I hate these windows because I love that we have some windows on this level. We can see that we can bring in a lot of light. I just think a lot of times with homeless shelters, people are kind of ushered in the back in a dark hallway or something. To have a space where they can walk in and it's this glorious look of almost a 5-star hotel with that entryway. It's just so different than what they've had before, and I want to be able to give that respect to them.
We met today with the architect and are looking at the first kind of snapshot of the drawings of where does the vision take us.
So we're here doing demolition today, and I just wanted to show real quick that we're saving a lot of the things, such as the sinks, some of the signs, a lot of the tiling, so that we can repurpose them and reuse them.
As you can tell, they're very old, and so probably switching to something more LED would be perfect. With all the community meals that we'll be doing, we definitely want to make this as energy efficient as possible. That's more on the usage than it is on the facility itself, though.
I'm all about saving sacred spaces, whether it be a church, a synagogue, a mosque, whatever it is, they need to be preserved.
I am so incredibly proud, absolutely. And to be able to do this with him, and he does, he pulls us all alongside and said, I can't do it without you guys. So, anyway.
It's really going to be an expensive project. You always kind of do things by square footage, but on the cheap end, about $3 million.